going to show you the best things to do. Let's do it. That's right, Island Hoppers. We've got 40 best things to do in Phuket right here, right now. Let's kick it off talking about boat tours. So there's many different boat tours going out to many islands around Phuket. So if you're an island hopper like we are, you're going to love Phuket. You can see there's a variety of different boats. They have ferry boats, they have longtail boats, and speed boats. Depends on what tour you're going on. And some of those tours are going to take you out to Phang Nga Bay here, which is really beautiful. This is the northern part of the bay, and you can also see it's mangroves out here. Some of the islands in this bay here are going to be like Hong Island. Now, Hong Island, some would say, is better than Phi Phi Island. It does take a little bit longer to get out here because it's kind of tucked away closer to Krabi. But if you guys get a chance, Hong Island is absolutely spectacular. The main area that I enjoy about Hong Island is that lagoon, so try to get the tour that goes to the lagoon and hang out at the beach for about 2 hours. Now here we are at Phi Phi Islands. So you have the main island, which is where Tonsai, the village, is, known as Koh Phi Phi Dawn, and you can actually get a hotel out there. When you go out to the main island where Maya Bay is, Pile Bay, that is called Koh Phi Phi Lee. Now just remember, the Phi Phi Islands are multiple islands. It's not just one or two islands. When coming from Phuket, the trip takes about an hour to an hour and a half on a speedboat just to get out there, and then you hang out for about 6 hours and then come back another hour and a half. Here we are now at Hanuman World. This here is one of the best activity adventure parks on the island. They offer more than just adventure activities. They have the Three Monkeys restaurant. Also, there's an area called Lady Coco. It's a nice outdoor dining area. People like to come here and just relax out in the jungle environment. As you can see with these domes, they actually have sofas inside where you can eat. Also, they have like nest tables where it feels like you're almost in a nest. It is about a 25-minute drive away from Patong Beach, and I would recommend arriving at sunset for the restaurant. But really the main reason people come out here is for the zip lining, so Hanuman World is really known for that zip lining adventure activity. And the packages vary depending on how many zip lines and platforms you want to experience. Prices start at 1,900 baht and go up to 3,500 baht per person. Next up, here we are at Central Mall, which is actually the biggest on Phuket. Now here we are at Andamanda Waterpark. This is a brand new mega-sized water park. If you guys want to get out of that ocean and get into a real slide, crazy environment, this place has you covered. So it's one of the best water parks you'll find anywhere in the world, really. I mean, just check out that wave pool right there. Ticket prices start at 1,500 Thai baht for adults, and the Mini Explorer is 1,000 Thai baht for children. Just depends on your height. As you can see, these slides are super exhilarating. They also have that flow rider where you can get on the boogie board and see how long you can hydroplane here. If you do come over here, I would expect to spend at least 6 hours. Make sure you bring plenty of water and electrolytes. Now we're gonna head out to Freedom Beach. This here is just south of Patong Beach. It's actually a little bit of a hike to get down there. The road doesn't connect all the way here, so you're in a little bit of a secluded area. This is one of the most popular beaches for people who want to really kick back and chill on that side of the island nearby Patong. So if you're looking for a little bit of adventure, not too hard, but hard enough to make it an adventure, come on down here to Freedom Beach. I would say the hike is around 10 minutes. There is an entry fee, and it's about 200 baht, depending on the time of year. That price does vary. Next up, here we are at the Big Buddha. Now the Big Buddha obviously lives up to its name. It's this big white Buddha right up on the top of the mountain overlooking Karon Beach and Kata Beach. And when you come up here, you'll notice it's still under construction, so it's taking time to build this beautiful big Buddha. But if you come up here, you'll notice they actually do prayers and some meditation where they have monks. Also, you get great views overlooking Phuket because it's up here on a mountain. And the good news is the cost is totally free to you to visit, but they do have a donation box. And if you're into temples, the largest temple complex on Phuket is going to be Chalong Temple here in Chalong, and it is under construction as well. They're doing some modifications to it. Still a very beautiful place to go. It does have some historical significance dating back to the 19th century, where it actually tended to the wounded who were there seeking shelter during the rebellion against the Chinese tin miners. But when you do visit here, try to remember, always dress appropriately. That means cover up. Next up, here we are at Elephant Park. So they have the Phuket Elephant Sanctuary. They also have another one called the Elephant Jungle Sanctuary in Phuket, Green Elephant Sanctuary Park. It just depends on finding the one that's closest to you that you feel is the most ethical for what you want to get out of this park. If you wanted to roam around and bathe with the elephants, it starts at around $84 per adult. I personally like to just feed the elephants. I don't really bathe with them or do anything else. Now here we are at the Crocodile Farm or Crocodile Show. This is for people who want to see crocodiles. If you've never seen crocodiles before, they have the Crocodile Show here. They have a couple different parks. It just depends on which one you want to go to. You can ask a local guide. And some people are brave enough to get in there with the crocodile and take some pictures. Not exactly something that I would do, but you know, people like to do that, and it is something that they offer here at the park. All right, going from elephants and crocodiles, now here we are at the Phuket Bird Park. If you love birds, you're gonna see so many different cool birds here, including the hornbill, which comes from the Malaysian peninsula here. Now this here bird park is actually the largest in Thailand. The ticket price depends on season, and also if you go online you can find better deals. I found it for as low as 437 Thai baht, but it can get up to as high as over 640 Thai baht for adults. So just check online before you go. Another fun activity for adults and for teens is go-karts. These go-karts go really fast. There's actually a park on either side of the road, so you can go to the go-kart speedway or go across the road where they have even faster go-karts. So if you guys want a little bit of an adrenaline rush in the afternoon, come on out and ride some go-karts. And after we've done some of these activities around Phuket, we're going to head back out into the bay. This one is James Bond Island. On the James Bond Island tour, you're going to get a couple different islands out of the deal. But this here James Bond Island is famous with tourists because if you guys have ever seen the 007 movie, then you'll recognize this famous rock spire that pops out of the water here. And really, when you come over here, not much swimming, just really a popular tourist attraction because of the movie. Depending on the type of tour, on a speedboat, it's usually around $50 to $60 per person. And after you explore around James Bond Island, they'll take you over to the Muslim village. This here is called Koh Panyee. Now it's very interesting because it sits on top of this island and actually extends out into the bay, which makes it a floating village or a village on stilts. So you just walk around here, and it depends on if the tide is up or down, depending on how accessible it is to get to the village. But like I said, it is included in the James Bond tour. Typically, this is where you're gonna have your buffet lunch. Now here we are back on Phuket on the south side. This is Nui Beach. Now Nui Beach is a very relaxing beach. They have stand-up paddle boards, snorkeling that you can do here. There's an island that you can see in the distance. Some people swim out there, or they just go around on the kayaks and explore. But really a really relaxing beach here, Nui Beach. I would say if you do decide to stay on the southern part of Phuket, try to get a motorbike. I don't typically recommend motorbikes going around the northern or the middle part of Phuket just because it's probably a little bit more dangerous. But if you do get a motorbike, be careful, please. The prices for a kayak are about 100 baht per person. That's like $3 for 1 hour. Or a stand-up paddleboard is 300 baht. Snorkeling is 100 baht. They do have snorkels here. There's actually other activities that you can do on the southern part of the island. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna show you Prom Thep Cape. They also have the Windmill Viewpoint. Again, this is the southernmost part of Phuket. So this is a great view of Prom Thep Cape, that island out there in the distance. You can see very beautiful and colorful out here. They also have a temple or some sort of shrine that you can visit. I would say if you visit here, sunset would be the best time or early in the morning. Because in the middle of the afternoon right here, I've noticed the sun is very hot, so I wouldn't want to be there in the peak hours of the heat. That's just how Phuket is. Some areas have these microclimates where it's very nice, and then others are very hot. All right, now here we are at Patong Beach. This is the absolute most popular place for tourists who like to party and have nightlife. Patong Beach is where it's at. The beach itself isn't that great for swimming, but what it is the attractions around here. They have many different restaurants and lots of resorts here. So if you're looking for party and nightlife, this is where you go. Some of the popular activities that you can do from the beach here are going to be parasailing. You'll always see parasails, especially after 12, probably up until sunset, flying through the sky. Now do this at your own risk. I mean, it's safe, but it's not always the safest thing to do, especially in a foreign country. So make sure you do your proper research about parasailing before you go off and do it. One of my favorite snacks, whether it's late night or early, I always do a shawarma, especially this one here, right at the beginning of Bangla Road. Speaking of Bangla Road, I've always said that if there was one place on planet Earth that is a party every single night, and it's one of the biggest parties on earth, it's Bangla Road. This place is absolutely ruckus. As you can see walking through here, it's like a sea of people. Once it's 9 p.m., probably until midnight, it is ruckus. Now, in the daytime, you could walk through here and you wouldn't even know that this place becomes the biggest party every night. It's really just called Bangla Walking Street, and I would say you could walk the whole thing. If you just walked as the crow flies, it would take you 5 to 10 minutes. But most of the time, people stop. They go to this food market that they have here, try out some of the food, maybe stop and get a beer or have a drink and just take in the vibes, and plenty of live music. Now, one thing I would say on the southern part of the island is Rawai. Now, down here in Rawai, they have island hopping. So if you go out to any of these multiple different islands, these are not in the Andaman Sea or in Phang Nga Bay. These are to the south of Phuket Island, like Koh Panyee or Koh Panyee. There are several different islands, so you would just talk to a tour boat operator down there at Rawai. Now here we are in Old Phuket Town. This is a very festive area. I've been here during multiple different festivals. There was a Piranacon festival last time I was here. And you come around here, you will see very colorful. It's a mix between Chinese, Portuguese, and Thai architecture. And the main reason you're seeing so much cultural difference here is because Phuket, before it was actually a party place or a sought-after destination for people on holiday, it was known as a mining destination. They were mostly mining tin out of here. So Chinese tin miners, Portuguese traders, and of course, local indigenous people. So Phuket has a long history. If you're ever wondering who put this place on the map, I was talking to some locals. They said it was probably the Italians or the Germans back in the 70s who made this into a vacation hotspot. Phuket Town is more of a cultural experience than it is a vacation destination. And while you're in Phuket Town, you can go to a Naka Weekend Market. Now, this is primarily open on Saturday and Sundays, but Sunday is considered the best time to go to the Naka Weekend Market here and try out some of the food. So if you're looking for the big market in town, it's right here at Naka. And people will stay in places like Rawai or Patong, Kata, Karon, and make the trip all the way out here for the weekend market because it is so famous. So if you're here during the weekend, definitely consider it. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I also want to let you know we have an Island Hopper TV Hotels channel where we reviewed about 12 hotels on Phuket. You can go over there after this and watch those videos. Next up, let's talk about Muay Thai fighting. People come to Thailand to train for Muay Thai, or they come here to watch Muay Thai. But if you're one of those types of people who wants to do training, check out the area around Chalong. That's probably where you'll find the best training facilities. But for most of you, I would imagine you're just interested in watching one of the fights. Now here we are at the Karon Viewpoint. So if you're looking for a beautiful picture to take that really symbolizes Phuket, that's right here at Karon. You can see Kata Nui or Kata Noi, which is baby Kata Beach, and then you can see Karon off in the background. Those are the three beaches. This is the lower middle part of the island, and I actually like this if I just want to relax. That's Kata Beach, Karon, which we're going to show you right now. So if you guys are looking for more of a laid-back Phuket experience, close to the nice beaches, close enough to Phuket Town and Patong, but not in the heart of it all, definitely consider Karon Beach. This is where you're going to get the relaxing vibes. There's massages around here, also plenty of restaurants, but it's just no real party scene. Of course, you can find fun bars here, but just not the party. Right down the way is Kata Beach. This is probably one of my favorite beaches on the island. Obviously, I love Surin Beach. I love Kata Beach. I like going to the south to Nui for some swimming. But really, this is the one that has it all. Definitely more of a better beach experience than Patong. So Kata Beach, definitely add this to your list. You can learn surfing here. You can relax. They have several different resorts that you can stay at right there on the water, or you could stay right there in Kata Town. Has a little bit more nightlife action than you're going to find in Karon. It's right next to Karon, by the way. Speaking of surfing, there are multiple different areas that you can surf. Kamala Beach has it. Kata Beach has it. And you can get surf lessons. The kids can learn to surf. The waves are pretty gentle. So give it a try. Now here we are at Surin Beach. This is a lot more laid back. I actually stayed at the Holiday Inn here. It's a new resort. just got taken over by IHG, so you can consider checking out the Surin Beach area. More relaxed, beautiful beach. They do have a little bit of rip current, so be cautious of that. But from Surin Beach, this is where I got some amazing sunset photos that you can see right here. So definitely checking out the sunset, sun gazing in the evening time on Phuket can really be an amazing experience. You can see the colors here, purple, orange. Sunsets are tricky though. Not every night you're gonna get a light up the sky kind of experience. So hopefully while you're here, you get that experience. Now there's also islands out towards the Indian Ocean, towards the west. These are called the Similan Islands. These are really great areas to do diving. So it's totally different than being in Phang Nga Bay or the Andaman Sea. So definitely check out Similan Islands. It is seasonal to go out there though. Another popular thing to do is a Thai cooking class. If you guys really have an appreciation for Thai food and you've wanted to learn how to cook pad Thai, here is your chance. Now, while in Patong, you can visit the Central Mall if you needed to stock up on any sort of modern amenities. Also, they have a food court down below with good, delicious food. Also across the road, they have Jungceylon, which is another mall that you can go to with plenty of restaurants and shopping. And again, this is in Patong Beach, and I only give you guys this information in case you needed to go there for something that's a little bit more modern than you would get at one of the street vendor markets. So Jungceylon is actually the old name of Phuket. I should probably make a video talking about more of the Phuket history, but here we are now looking at some of the beach clubs. This is a beach club in Karon Beach, but they have them up in Bang Tao. They even have a new floating beach club that takes you out into the ocean called Yona Beach Club. Now, another thing to do is relax. This is going to be Thai massage, whether you get a foot massage in the morning, a foot massage at night, or an aloe massage for after sun care, a facial. Very popular in Phuket. Dining on local seafood is also very popular. Here we are at the Chalong Beach Pier area. They have nice restaurants here. So anytime you get a chance to go to a evening dinner for seafood, definitely take advantage. Lobster and prawns, very famous here. Now here we are at the Phuket Aquarium. This here is on Phang Nga Peninsula. Now the Phang Nga Peninsula is famous for multiple different reasons. Another activity that people enjoy doing here is a dolphin swim. So if you guys want to go do that, you can do that nearby Chalong. And on that note, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Best Things to Do in Phuket, Thailand. If you did, please consider watching some more of our other videos. We have Bangkok and Krabi next. Click on one of these videos here.